Hey, what's up, y'all, and welcome to another edition of the Take One Podcast. Now, I did say that I was going to put out another podcast this week, and I'm basically just kind of wanted to do this one because I just wanted to, I say vent out my frustration. So, before I get to that, I'm going to go into movie reviews because there are two trailers that dropped this week that I do want to get into before I go into my rant. Actually, it's not really a rant. I guess I'll explain it when they get to it, but it's all about MOVIEPASS and everything that's surrounding that. So, but before, like I said, before we get into that, let me go ahead and jump into movie reviews. Trailer reviews or whatever. So, the two trailers that had dropped this week were both Slenderman and Alita Battle Angel. So, I'm about to talk about Alita Battle Angel first. So, this is the second trailer that dropped. And this is an awesome trailer. I don't know why they didn't drop this or why this wasn't presented at Comic-Con, because this is an awesome trailer. Oh my gosh. I like the first trailer. I don't put it like this. I don't know too much about Alita Battle Angel as far as the anime, I believe it was before. Don't know anything about it like that. This is going to be my first introduction to it. But the first trailer I did like. It's a movie that I would want to check out. You know, it has a science fiction feel, fantasy, and all that stuff. Kind of sparks my interest. And then going into this second trailer, didn't know what to expect, but it shows a whole lot more action. And I'm just like, this shit looks badass. It looks like it's going to be a good, raw-ass film. I don't know what the hell, but it looks like it's going to be so good. I enjoy just the visual effects up in the trailer. Of course, it's not like on par with, like, say, a Jungle Book or something like that, but it's good enough. Better than Justice League, but it is completely awesome. I love just the fighting up in there. You get a little bit more of the backstory of just, just what the movie is about. And I enjoyed it. It looks like it's going to be a good ass film. It really does. It's one of those films that I am really waiting on and hoping that it is a good ass film. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I can say about it. I didn't expect it to be like this. I expected it to be like kind of an action type film. I mean, from what the first trailer showed, it had a little bit of action, not too much. It didn't show too much, but this one shows a crazy amount of action, a crazy amount of just the way the characters look. I don't know if they look the same as, what the anime looks like, or they took different liberties or whatever the hell. But I love the designs of all the characters in there. I'm still kind of on the fence about Alita's eyes, because it seemed like they were trying to go a lot into the the anime, because a lot of these animes, they have big eyeballs. They have big eyeballs, and so they're trying to, it seemed like they're trying to capture that in live action. And I don't really know how, I'm still kind of on the fence about it. I don't know how to perceive it, to look at it as like, I don't like it, or I love it, or, it's just, it looks like it could work, and it looks like it can't work. I don't know. It does kind of like they're trying too hard to be like the anime, to try and, make it a lot like the anime. That way, people that are fans of the anime, even if it's a manga, people that are fans of the source material will see this and they'll be like, oh my God, it's just like this, and blah, blah. I don't know, but I mean, it is what it is. It does stand out a lot. I mean, of course, that's more than likely what it was supposed to do. But it looks crazy. It looks crazy. It looks like it's good. I do have a feel that it has somewhat of a Ghost in the Shell feel, that it will be a good movie, but I believe that a lot of anime fans of the original, source material, they probably won't perceive it as well. Or they probably won't, just see it as like, they did this differently. I didn't like the way they did this. I don't know. I mean, I can't really judge on that because I haven't seen the anime or read the manga, if it is a manga or whatever of it. But I mean, it's like, it looks like it's gonna be good. I enjoyed Ghost in the Shell. I didn't enjoy it that much. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't love it or anything. It wasn't in my top 10 best films of 2017. But, I enjoyed it for what it was. And I feel like I'm going to enjoy this. I feel like I may enjoy this a little bit more than Ghost in the Shell. This might knock my socks off, but hey, we'll see. But overall, the trailer looked awesome. Looked like it really got me on board. It got me more on board than I was before. So let's go ahead and jump into the other trailer that dropped not too long ago. I think it dropped today. As I'm recording this, it's Thursday. But Slender Man, the second trailer for it had came out a while back, some months back. We got the first trailer, which is kind of more of a teaser. It really didn't have too much to it. But this one, a little bit better. I get the vibes of a, I don't know. How can I say it? I get the vibes of a Bye Bye Man. Bye Bye Man, I didn't hate it like everyone else. I didn't find it hilarious like everybody else. But at the same time, Bye Bye Man, it's okay. It wasn't the best horror film. It wasn't nothing that I'm about to just recommend to anybody. If you're a big fan of horror films and you don't analyze movies like I do or other people, and you just go there and you just go off of emotions. You hate it, you love it, and then that's basically it. You go home, whatever. It's one of them type of movies. It's just, Slender Man seemed like one of them type of movies where it looks good. The trailers make it look awesome, like make it look like it's scary, like it has a whole bunch to it. But then when you go see it, it's just a regular type of like right out the factory horror film. There's nothing special to it. It may end up having like a bit more substance. It may end up having like a whole bunch to it, to where like even the most critical of critics that love their horror films might go into this and end up loving it. It may end up taking people by storm like it last year. So I don't know, but I do like the trailer. I do think it was well put together. I do like it. It does show a lot of visuals. You don't really get to see Slender Man too much, so that leads me to believe that this movie is going to be a psychological thriller, because just what they say in your head, say up in the trailer that he gets in your head and all that stuff. So it seems like more of like a psychological thing, even from just the story, because it derived from a creepypasta. From what I know, that it's kind of like a psychological story, or anyway. So I believe it's going a lot more up in that realm or whatever, and that's what the trailer gives us or whatnot. But it looks like it's gonna be good. It looks like I'm gonna find some amusement out of it. It doesn't show a lot of Slender Man. Now I hope that's just the trailer. Hopefully we'll get to see, I ain't gonna say a crazy amount of Slender Man, because we don't need a crazy amount, but at least enough to where it's like, he is in the movie, so it's not like, we just sitting there like, okay, where is Slender Man? The movie's called Slender Man, but I've only seen him one time, and it's almost towards the end of the movie. Hopefully it's not one of them type of scenarios, but I mean, it looked good overall. It looked good. I hope that's good. It's a movie that's on my radar. I wouldn't put it in my top 10 most anticipated list, but it's a movie that I'm definitely am really trying to go see. It does kind of look like a January movie, but I mean, we have yet to see. But I do like the trailer overall. And so that wraps up the trailer reviews. I keep out to say movie reviews. That wraps up trailer reviews. And so let's go ahead and get into just my talk about MOVIEPASS. So as you guys know, if you have listened to my podcast, so about a couple months back, I made a couple podcasts, one talking about MOVIEPASS and how it was and how to use it, and me basically just recommending it and everything else. And then I came out with another podcast to follow it up with my experience for a podcast. Now, my experience for MOVIEPASS, and listening to that, it was overall positive, just positive. I was just giving it like a really good review, saying that I loved my experience, I loved the card, I loved everything that they're doing and this and that, and basically I just would recommend it to anybody. So me talking about this, I wouldn't even really fully call this a rant, But it's just stuff I have to get off my chest. I guess you can call it that. Just venting my frustration, and the only way that I see the only way I can see that I can, which is through my podcast. So, MoviePass, as we all know, if you've been paying attention to just MoviePass has been sinking. It's a sinking ship. I wanted to thrive. Now, when MoviePass first started, I heard about it on this movie show I watched on Collider Movie Talk, and they were talking about it. And at the time that they were talking about it, when I first heard about it, it was like $30 a month, and just like that. I didn't think it was worth it because I didn't see as many movies as I see now. But when they dropped it to $10, that's when I got on board. Like, I got to get MoviePass. And ever since then, I had no problem with it. Only coming this year, I've had problems. Some of them is like, it's understandable, okay, cool, whatever. And I'm looking at everything from a business standpoint as well as a consumer standpoint. So, in all of what I'm about to say, don't get me wrong. MoviePass, I recommend it. It is a great deal. A great deal. You're still saving a crap ton of money as compared to, like, you using the MoviePass card or just the MoviePass service, as opposed to coming out of pocket paying for movies. You're saving a crap ton with MoviePass. So, I know people are going to listen to this and they're going to be like, oh, well, if you don't like the service, stop complaining, stop being a little bitch, blah, blah, blah. Just go ahead, accept it, suck it up, or just cancel it and blah, blah, blah. Before you get into all that, what I'm saying right here, first of all, MoviePass is a great deal. Recommend it to anybody. But now I have to put, with the recommendation, I have to put if you're this type of person. If you're this type of person, it's good for you. If you're this type of person, it's bad for you. Don't get MoviePass. So I have to recommend it to certain people. So that's my recommendation. It's still a great service in a sense. It's still a great service if you're a certain type of person. But let me further elaborate. So with MoviePass, you can see a movie a day, $10 a month. You have some restrictions. You can't see 2D or you can't see 3D in IMAX films. You can't use it twice in one day. What else? You can't use them at premium theaters. In a lot of stuff. A lot of times, a lot of us don't use IMAX and 3D and all that stuff. So it's a great deal. So those restrictions don't really matter or whatever. So as this year came by, we would be able to go see a movie twice if we wanted to. 3 times, 4 times, whatever. Now, ever since Avengers Infinity War, they stopped it to where you can only see a movie once. I hated it, but I get it. I understand it. It took me a few weeks to just get over it, and I'm finally over it. So it's like, whatever. If I go see a movie twice, I'm going to just pay for it the second time. Hell, it's whatever. So after that, AMC came out with AMC Stubs A-List. $20 a month, 3 movies per week. You get this, you have a whole bunch of perks. The only drawback to it is that you can only use it at AMC theaters. You can see any type of screening. You can see IMAX, 3D, Dolby. You can use it at any AMC theater, AMC Prime, AMC whatever. You can use it at any AMC theater, but it's only at AMC. That's the major drawback with that. With MoviePass, you can use it at any other theater. So to counter what AMC did, MoviePass basically brought out this surcharge or peak pricing, as they call it, where you can, if you go see a popular movie at a popular time, you have to pay a surcharge, which is $2 to $5, dollars and some change or whatever for that. Now, in saying this, what I'm about to say, like I said, MoviePass is still a great deal, great service with it, but this is where my complaint comes. So we're hitting with the premise of getting MoviePass, $10 a month. $10 a month. If you're a person that don't see movies that often, you see a movie maybe twice, 3 times a month, and you don't care at seeing it the same, the night it opens or the first weekend. You can wait a week or two to go see a movie. And, you don't see every single new movie. You pick and choose, what movie you want to see. Or you don't mind going in the evening on a Monday or in the evening on a Wednesday or something like that. Or whenever the theater open. You don't mind, whatever. Then it doesn't affect you. You may have surcharge or whatever maybe once out of those 3 times you use MoviePass or whatever. So it doesn't really concern you. But for a person like me who does reviews, don't do them too often. I'm trying to get, into that. But in any case, I love movies. I see a new movie or movies every single week. I utilize my MoviePass card a lot. So I'm getting my money's worth. But with a person like me that see a movie when they come out, I love seeing the movie on a Thursday when it first come out or just close to the time that it comes out. It kind of hurts me. And the word that I would use for my experience now is inconvenience. And let me further explain. Because on the thing when it's explaining peak pricing and, everything about it, it tells you either basically you accept it, you pay the surcharge, or you see that same movie at a different time where there is no peak pricing. And that's an inconvenience because what if, a person's lifestyle only commits them to seeing that movie at a certain time where peak pricing is there, where it's not like, where you can't pay the surcharge. And also they say, go see another movie. It's like, no, I have my mind set on this movie. Now, I know a lot of people think that this is bitching, whatever, you complaining, bitching, whatever. Think it however you think it. But not everybody has the luxury of seeing a movie every single time during like non-peak pricing hours or whatever. But it's just kind of an inconvenience because if I don't want to pay extra, I have to see it another day. So that's taking that joy away from me seeing it that opening weekend at a time to where it's like I have to pay $3 to $5 something dollars, to see this movie. Now, I know a lot of you just saying like, oh, you still complaining, bitching. Okay, but a person like me, if I go see a movie that is during peak pricing or whatever, and like I said, I see a new movie every single week. Or movies. So every single time, let's say if it's not an independent film, if it's a big major film, if it's 3 movies that come out that weekend, let's say I see all 3 of the movies. All 3 of the movies, I'm going to have to pay a surcharge. Yeah, I'm going to have to pay a surcharge. I don't have the luxury, right now, I don't have the luxury to see it on another day where it's non-peak pricing. So I don't have the luxury to do it. Certain days I have to take advantage to go see it this day, or else I'm going to have to wait 2-3 days or something like that. I don't have the luxury, at least for right now. So that little bit of money, yeah, okay, you pay the surcharge, $3.50. $5 something dollars. That's less than what you would pay normally. $10, a little bit over like $12 or whatever the theater you may end up going to. You're paying less. So okay, cool. You can say don't complain. But when you think about it, when it comes down to it, you're paying $10 for the service. Then every time you see a movie or movies that have, a surcharge, that money racks up. So by the end of the month, you end up paying $20 for the service. You end up paying maybe $25, $30 for the service. It just, like I said, it's an inconvenience because now instead of you having the joy to see it before everybody else or people that's, you're around, your family, your friends and all that stuff, or just the joy of just seeing the movie when it first comes out, you have to wait a week to not get that surcharge. It's an inconvenience. Even just on a basis to where like I could wait, but I don't want to. I feel like I shouldn't have to wait because I don't want to pay this surcharge. Why? And I get it from a business standpoint. MoviePass, I want it to thrive. I want it to thrive as a company. I want them to keep going to the end of this year, to the end of next year, and keep going after that. I want to keep paying, a certain amount and getting more for my money. That's the joy of anybody that's paying for a subscription service or something, And it kind of sucks because if, say, I go see 8 movies, and each movie, well, eight movies for that, that month, and each movie or majority of those movies, I'm doing a surcharge. That's close to about $30 by the time it end up, and I'm putting that on top of the subscription price. So at the end of the month, you're paying more than what you would be paying if they didn't have the surcharge, or if you had AMC's A list, Stubbs A list. So as a business standpoint, that right there will kind of push a lot of people away that do like to see movies that first weekend and stuff like that, and don't want to pay that surcharge, to where it's like at the end of the month you're paying 30, 40 something dollars or whatever than you would pay if you were with AMC. Now, a lot of people I get don't have the option to where it's like, I can have the movie pass, or I can have the AMC, or I can have both. I have the option. I'm lucky enough or blessed enough to have the both options, to where I can have movie pass and a list of AMC Stubbs A list. And if I wanted to drop movie pass, I could still go to AMC, because AMC is not that far away from me. Another movie theater up in Lansing, it's not that far away from me. I think Lansing is closer, but AMC is just a tad bit further. It's not really like it's all out the way or anything like that. So I'm blessed to where I can do that. And I know a lot of people are listening to this like, oh, well then why don't you get rid of Movie Pass and go get A-list stuff, A-list. It's like, it's not that simple, Like I said, the big drawback with having AMC is that it only goes for AMC, theaters. And I don't just go to AMC. I go to other theaters, other theaters that's around. What if I'm going somewhere and, there's no AMC, but there is a theater? Maybe go on a date. Maybe there is a car, might, I think that maybe still be around. Maybe a Cinemark or a Regal or something like that. That might be the option that me and my date or whoever we go. And that's like, can't use the AMC, I gotta come out of pocket. So it's ins and outs. But let me get back to the point. So it's kind of a inconvenience in just your time and just money, because now you have to wait. If you don't want to pay the surcharge, then on top of that, it's like, if you pay the surcharge, you're, by the end of the month, if you see a new movie every week, that adds up. So it's like, at the same time, it's like, if you have the option to go to AMC, you might as well just drop Movie Pass and go to AMC. And like I'm saying, like, as a movie company, as a business that's more than likely just kind of like a sinking ship, as I say, your ambition, your motivation should be want to stay afloat, want to get people to come to Movie Pass instead of AMC. I don't care how big their deal is. It's like, that should be your motivation, is to get people to want to come here. So they can just say, you know what, I like AMC, but I like Movie Pass more. I'm going to drop them and go to AMC, or go back to AMC, or whatever. Or if somebody don't have either, they weighing out the options. Do I want AMC, or do I want Movie Pass? And you want them to pick Movie Pass, so that should be the thing. It shouldn't be like that. Like, I'm literally considering right now, once the option is available to me, as far as like financially, within my situation, do I keep Movie Pass and go to AMC Stubbs list? Because like, I'm going to the AMC A list, but do I still keep Movie Pass? That's my decision what I'm making right now. Before, it was like, I'm gonna keep both of them, but now it's like, do I really want to keep them? It just kind of sucks. So my whole thing is that what they're doing with the surcharge, they should just drop it all together and raise the price, $15 to $20. Do it to rival A-list. Do it to rival AMC. And the deal that they have with AMC, 3 movies a week for that whole month. So you basically 12 movies a month, and you get 3D and all that stuff. It's like, if you don't have 3D, cool, whatever, don't use it. I say $15 for a regular. Maybe 8 movies a month, maybe a little bit less. 8 movies a month, 9 whatever movies a month, cool. I'm okay with that. I see movies a lot. I don't care if you lower it to 8 movies a month or maybe 10 movies a month, or it just do 12 movies a month like AMC. 3 movies a week. Cool. That would be awesome. I would pay for that. If you bumped it up to 15, I would pay for that. I would pay for that. A lot of people would pay for that. If you take away surcharges, charge $15 a month, 10 movies a month or something like that. That's awesome. I would still pay for that. Still a great deal. Still a great deal. Do something like that. Do away with the surcharge, because you're going to, it's basically like you're tricking people into paying more money per month. With like the surcharges. You're going to drive people away from that. A lot of people going to be like, okay, I'm paying $10 a month. Why would I sit here and pay $5 extra to see this movie? Why would I sit here and pay $3 extra to see this movie? I'm paying $10 a month to see unlimited movies or whatever, or a movie per day. It's like, why am I paying more? That's the thing that's going to ring in people's minds. If you're going off the premise of $10 a month, why am I sitting here paying $20 or $30 by the end of the month? It just sucks, Even $13, $3 extra. If you're going off the premise of that, it sucks. It's an inconvenience for people. You're going off the premise for $10. Do it. Raise the price. Take away surcharging. It doesn't make any sense. And then on top of that, surcharging. So I had talked with my friend tonight. I had kind of like a bad experience with MOVIEPASS. Because I guess they're going through something to where it's like the card, loading the money up to the card isn't working right now. So the only thing that's working is e-ticketing, which the theater I went to don't have e-ticketing. So that's an inconvenience. But I mean, they put in the app that there was something wrong with it, that they're working to try and get things happen. Okay, cool, whatever. But one thing that I had said to my friend that I had noticed from this time and then the last time I'll use it, because I used my MOVIEPASS to go see Skyscraper recently. And today I tried to use it to go see Teen Titans Go to the Movies with my son or whatever. Since they thing wasn't doing, I had to come out of pocket. So I got to get that straightened out with MOVIEPASS and everything else. More than likely, they're going to hear it from a lot of people who are probably having the same problem. But one thing that I've noticed when I went to go see Skyscraper, and I used my MOVIEPASS, it was that I had to pay a surcharge. I think it was like $3.50 or something like that. It was like whatever. But going into the movie theater, I went with a date, and besides me and her, it was maybe about 5-6 other people. It wasn't that many people in the auditorium that we were at. And this movie was at about 11:10 at night. 11:10 at night. It was on a Saturday. But that's one thing that I was talking to my friend about. Why am I paying $3 extra to see a movie? Basically, I just say $3, something for this movie, on top of my subscription for this month. For a popular movie at a popular time when there is not a popular time. You only have a few people in the auditorium besides me and my date, and I have to pay a surcharge for it. Now, you might think that I'm bitching. Go look on the internet. I just saw not too long ago, people were having the same problem. And there's other problems that people were having, but that was one of the things that I read in this article. I just happened to come across it. I wasn't searching it. I just happened to come across it. And that was the same thing that I discussed with my friend recently, like a little bit earlier tonight. Was that, why am I paying extra for a movie, $3 to $5 extra for a surcharge, when there is no one really in the auditorium? I could see if it was filled up. But why am I paying for a movie at a popular time when nobody really is going to see it at around that time? Now, I could get if it was filled up, then cool. I will understand it. But why am I paying for it when there are not that many people seeing it and it's not a popular time? And it just shows me that they just, this may be a popular time. Surcharge. That might be a popular time. All these are popular times. Surcharge for all of them. It just shows that they don't get the data from the web, from like the movie theaters, as to how many pieces, are the seats filling up, And they do have it to where it's like they have the lightning symbol and it be gray. And if it's gray, that means it's almost about to be at peak pricing. But if it's red, then that means that it is peak pricing. That means a lot of people are going to go see it. And Skyscraper was in the red. And it was about maybe 10 of us in there all together when I went to go see Skyscraper. And when I went to go see Teen Titans, even though I couldn't use my MoviePass card, and like I said, I had to come out of pocket, the theater wasn't filled up. It was maybe less than 10 of us, maybe about 10 of us. Let me put it like this, about 10 of us in an auditorium that fits 30. Tell me why would I, why would I have to pay $5.18? That's what the surcharge would have been. Why do I have to pay $5.18 more to see this movie? Why would I have to pay that surcharge? It just shows me that they don't get the data from these movie theaters to show that this movie at this time should have peak pricing. All you see is electric, lightning symbols. And then it's like on the article I've read, people were talking about how it's times where it's not popular, but it still has that lightning symbol at like 12 o'clock on a Thursday evening or a Thursday afternoon. Why? And it was all day. And they showed the screenshot all day. It was lightning symbols. Especially for movies like Ant-Man and the Wasp. A movie that came out like three weeks ago. And it's still at peak pricing. Why? Not that many people are trying to go see it now. All the people that wanted to see it already seen it by now. Why is it peak pricing? That's my whole big thing. With MoviePass, it seems like they're trying to do everything to stay afloat. And the one big thing that I think that they're trying to stray away from, but they're probably going to eventually do, raise the damn price. Take away surcharges. Take that away. There's no reason why y'all should have surcharging when all you can do is raise the price. You're going to make more money back. I would, like me as a consumer, would prefer that more than paying $20, $30 extra, per month when I could just be paying $10 or a set amount. Now, am I wrong for thinking the way I am? Am I wrong for how I believe? Because, yeah, it works out good for the, MoviePass because by the end of the month, like I said, I'm paying $30 a month, for a service that I was given the premise that I'm only paying $10 a month. But now it's like they're getting more money, but I'm getting screwed out of a deal to where I was promised $10 a month. Nothing more. So it's really just kind of an inconvenience on my part. So that's why I said that with all of this, I have a frustration with MoviePass only because I want to see it thrive. Like I'm saying right now, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I would still stay on with MoviePass if they raised the price $15, $20 to match AMC. If they did 3 movies per week to match AMC, I will be fine with it. If they did 4 movies, I will be ecstatic. That way if I need to get caught up, I can go see all 4 and use them all. That would be grand to me. I just want to see MoviePass thrive. And what they're doing is that they're driving away people like myself who want to stick with MoviePass but just say, fuck it, I'm going to just go to AMC. And then it's like when I'm thinking about, keeping both of them, even when I do get AMC's A-list, it's like, do I really want to keep, MoviePass? Because it's like, even like if I do go see the movies at AMC and then I end up using something at like another theater, MoviePass at another theater, it's like I'm still gonna have to worry about the surcharge. So it's like I'm paying $20, so $30 with both services, and then I'm gonna have to pay a little bit extra with the surcharge and stuff like that. So it's like, is it even worth keeping it? I might as well just say fuck it and just go maybe use that for like independent films that aren't as popular. You know, like a Blind Spotting that just came out, or not too long ago. I think like last weekend, not this past weekend, but the week. I don't know. Yeah, the weekend before, like Sorry to Bother You came out. You look at that, don't have any type of surcharge on any times. You know, maybe keep it around for movies like that a lot of people aren't going to go see. You know, so it's kind of screwing us as consumers on the premise of just what we're told, what we're gonna give, and what we're actually paying out. You know, and so right now it will suck, but when you put it up against AMC Stubs A-List, it looks like a bad deal. MoviePass just looks bad right now. It has people more likely on the fence, or more people just made the decision, like, you know what, fuck it, cancel. MoviePass, AMC, here I come. If you have that option. A lot of people don't have that option. A lot of people don't have AMC's near, so they stuck with Cinemia or what is it, MoviePass, or if you're near a Cinemark, you're probably using their deal. You know, so it really just kind of sucks for a person like myself who don't want to pay $30-something. Now, it's just off the premise. Like I said, when it comes to MoviePass, you're paying a good amount. You're saving a good amount, as opposed to if you're paying out of pocket. MoviePass, you're saving a crazy amount. I did the math on it. If I came out of pocket, you know, seeing a movie, like maybe 10 movies or something like that, you know, you're spending like $150 or whatever at the end of the month. You're spending a crazy amount of money, and you're probably spending about $50, you know, even if with the surcharging with MoviePass. So you're saving a lot, even if it get up to that point where you see that many movies where, you know, plus the subscription and then the surcharges rack up to about $50. You're still saving $100. That's $100 in your pocket. You know, it still is a great deal when you think about it. But now it's more of a better deal for people who don't see a movie that often, or a person that, you know, can wait a week or two to go see that popular movie. But if you're still surcharging people for a popular movie that came out 3 weeks ago, then what the hell? What do I need to keep MoviePass for? I can't see it without paying a surcharge. You know, it really sucks. It just shows that they don't have everything in order right now, which that's probably just what it is. It's a lot of bugs they need to figure out, a lot of things they need to figure out, and then everything will be back in, you know, to normal, or, you know, just working right. And then maybe 3 weeks from now, I'll be like, okay, things then got better. But as of right now, I'm just really, I ain't gonna say dissatisfied, but I'm just kind of disappointed or just upset with everything that's going on with MoviePass. Raise the price, MoviePass. Just raise the price, $15 to $20. People will be willing to pay that. You don't know how many people will be willing to pay that as long as you get rid of the surcharge. If you raise it to $12, $15 and still do surcharges, people just gonna just drop it. Just fuck it. I know I would. I would just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to AMC. If I go to another thing, I'm just gonna pay out of pocket. That's what I'm gonna do. I'd rather pay out of pocket than, you know, have a MoviePass, and that just sucks. It really does. It's just, I don't know. I went into it with my friend, and me and her going back and forth, and I'm just trying to basically just prove my point, just trying to like let them know that I want to stay with MoviePass. I want it to thrive. I want to see MoviePass thrive. I wish they could be able to keep the $10 a movie a day and all this stuff, and, you know, and be how it was when I first signed up for it. But I know that it has to change. It has to evolve in order to thrive, which I get, you know. But it just certain changes. This surcharge thing, I can't get with it. I really can't. It just sucks. So now it's like I have to put off seeing a movie for like a week in order to not get the surcharge, or I might have to see it a Monday or not even a Tuesday, because Tuesdays be popping. So I have to skip Tuesday because that's $5 Tuesday. So it's kind of a suckish situation for all this, but I mean, I just hope that they change. I really do. But just as far as what it is, I know I said I had a problem with it. I don't know if you guys want to care, but just long story short, I wanted to go see. I wanted to use the MoviePass card to pay for my ticket for Teen Titans, go to the movies, and it basically. Well, actually, I think I said it earlier. Yeah, they had a problem with the whole thing, so I really couldn't even pay for it. I can only use the service for e-ticketing, and the theater I was at just wasn't wasn't the e-ticketing movie thing. At first, I thought it was with just AMC because I went to going to use the AMC, and I'm just thinking like, oh, maybe they're doing something to where if you go see a movie at AMC, you can't see it, but if you go to another theater, you'll be able to use it. But I realized after reading what it said, having the chance to read what it said, that it was just the whole thing with like them and all that stuff, and getting a message from the MoviePass app and all that stuff. But yeah, I think that's about it. I think my frustration, my little rant is over. That's all I really have to say. But yeah, I want to see MoviePass make a total difference. So I don't know if this is gonna get to anybody that works at MoviePass that can make a difference, or putting forth in motion some type of difference in how they do things. But just simply, everything you're doing, the surcharging. Put simply, yeah, the surcharging is an inconvenience. That's like saying they're like, oh, we're gonna pay this much, but if you don't like it, go to another guy or go see the movie again, or blah blah blah, and all this stuff. And you're just pushing people away. Just raise the price, $15, $20. Get rid of the surcharges. It's simple as that. You might lose some people because some people $10 is what they can afford. But other people like myself, $20 I can afford. Just get rid of the surcharging. You're going to make more money. You're going to make more money. I mean, they probably won't make a huge difference as far as that, but just put some tweaks to it. 12 movies a month, $20. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Like, maybe it's not that simple. Maybe it's not, but I just think that it is. AMC is doing it. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, that's my rant. What I had to get off my chest. I'm glad I had to get it off I'm glad I got to get it off my chest. And man, that wraps up this edition of the Take One podcast. And if you guys agree with me, go ahead and leave your comments. I know a lot of you have this frustration. If you disagree with me, leave your comments too. I know a lot of you gonna say I'm bitching, I'm complaining, just accept it or drop it or whatever. But that's just what I want. I want MoviePass to thrive, and I just see that's the best way that I can see for it to thrive. It's not too much to ask as being a consumer that want to save money. And I mean, for the people that saying I'm bitching, if you went to the store and said they're like, oh, this is $10, and they said the tax is $20, would you sit there and pay for it? Think about that. Think about that. Am I really complaining? Am I really complaining? So that's all I gotta say. And this wraps up episode 79 of the Take One podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Go ahead, hit that like and subscribe and all that stuff, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Hey, before you guys leave, make sure you hit that like button as well as that subscribe button. And you see that little bell, make sure you hit that to turn on your notifications. That way you'll be notified for anything that appears on my channel. Hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.